topic of this video is gastrointestinal obstruction. So let's get started. When any passage or any path is blocked by something, then there is obstruction, we call it as. So in medical terms, there are two terms, stenosis and atresia. Stenosis is for partial obstruction, whereas atresia is for complete obstruction. Help of an diagram. So there is a lumen and it got narrowed here from here. So there is partial obstruction as something can flow from here to here. But when we talk about atresia, this is lumen. Now nothing can pass from here to here. So there is complete obstruction. As we are talking about GIT obstruction, so it can be at various places like esophagus, stomach, small intestine or large intestine. In this video, I will cover cause or pathology of obstruction, what will be the symptoms a patient of obstruction at different level will observe, and the last one is treatment, what can be the possible treatment for it. So this is how our esophagus looks like. There can be stenosis or atresia both in esophagus. Stenosis can be congenital due to improper canalization. When there is no proper or same growth in the same structure at every place, then it is known as improper canalization. Improper canalization, or it can be due to some outgrowth which can compress it and make its narrow lumen, so it will look like this. Or if it's from both the side, then it will look like this. Okay, so there is something which can pass through this lumen. Okay, there is no proper or complete obstruction. So what will be the symptoms? Person will feel heaviness in chest, increased appetite, pain while eating, vomiting or nausea. We'll talk about atresia. What will be its causes or its pathology? So it can be due to some foreign body obstruction in esophagus. When we eat something, it may contain some large bolus or pieces of woods, glass, etc., which may get obstructs in our esophagus and obstruct it lumen completely. So foreign body. Now next will be tumor. Any ingrowth in esophagus, okay, tumor ingrowth can also obstruct it. Or sometimes people drink corrosive substance, due to which edema occurred in esophagus, so it also for some time obstruct our esophagus lumen. But what will be its symptom? Heavy chest, obvious hai. Then whenever he tries to eat, he will vomit it out, as lumen is completely obstructed, so nothing can pass through this lumen. So what will be its treatment? Its treatment for both, first of all, will be nasogastric tube. Then comes is enema. Last option will be surgery. This is our structure of stomach. So first of all, we will talk about stenosis. Stenosis cause can be its wall thickening. Okay, the mucus lining our stomach may get thick, due to which the cavity wall becomes thick and it may obstruct the flow. Then second point will be any outgrowth which may compress the lumen and partially block, obstruct the passage. To atresia, it can be due to any ulcer or tumor formation inside stomach, due to which it get obstructed, or any inflammation. Mostly Crohn's disease is involved in it, or any other disease can also obstruct the path of stomach. Now what will be the symptoms? Symptoms will be, there is a feeling of lump in abdomen. Okay, patient wants to vomit or feels nauseated all the time. Then will be lethargy. Okay, because all the food passing from stomach is not going in a normal flow, it is obstructed somewhat, so it will take time to get absorbed and give energy and nutrition to patient. That's why he or she will feel lethargy. Then dehydration, and next will be colic. The patient will feel pain while eating or while digestion. Colic will be felt. One difference between stenosis and atresia symptom: when we'll talk about atresia, patient will avoid food, and in case of stenosis he will consume food but in little quantity for every meal. It will be same, that is as previous one: nasogastric tube, enema, surgery, medication, and we will diagnose it by symptoms or with radiographs, etc. Most important part in gastrointestinal obstruction will be intestinal obstruction. So this is our small intestine and this is our large intestine. Any obstruction in this passage will cause intestinal obstruction. Causes can be various, but we will look on the major causes of intestinal obstruction. Causes of intestine can be due to paralysis of muscles. So paralysis can occur due to many reasons. It can be due to medication, surgery, nerve damage, infection, cancer, and etc. Now other two important causes can be inflammation, and many times the disease will be Crohn's disease. People develop strictures due to some disease or mainly when they drink corrosive substance accidentally or intentionally. Atresia can be due to many reasons like fibrous tissue when after surgery adhesion occur. Hernias when our intestine got lodged out from some point, some weak point. Intussusception is very much involved in children's when we talk about intestinal obstruction. What happens is, this is our normal intestine. Now what happened in intussusception, one part of intestine got lodged inside previous section. So this is normal, but it got lodged inside and then it will continue. So it will obstruct here completely. Children are more susceptible for intussusception of intestine than adults. Now major other possible things for intussusception can be weight loss, surgery, inflammation, tumors, Meckel's diverticulum, and inflammation. Now again we come for now other atresia cause can be cancer, scars, or worms. Worms can also block completely when they got in large numbers. When they inhibit inside intestine in large numbers, they completely obstruct it. Symptoms patient will observe will be no appetite, vomiting, constipation, pain, swelling, colic. In our intestinal region, pain, swelling, and colic, or fullness in abdominal region. Can be surgery, nasogastric tube, enema, IV fluids. IV fluids, why? It will increase the mobility of obstructed food or item and enhance the flow. That's why IV fluids.